we'll get started. We're good to go. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Village of Skokie Appearance Commission meeting for Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. I apologize for the delay. We were working out some audiovisual coordination. When you checked in for your building permits, you received instructions as to what we're going to be doing tonight. When I call a case, I will be reading comments that I get from the village's community development department, and we take those into consideration when we're rendering our decisions. On cases of a residential nature, there are notices sent to bordering neighbors, and in those situations, those neighbors are allowed to speak or comment. I will check with Matt Brandmeier here if there's any comments from concerned neighbors as we go on a case-by-case basis, but really only for the first case because that's the only residential case. With that said, also on each case, I will swear in individually people who are affected by this case or who are testifying in front of us. And with that said, I think I'm going to move forward and see if anybody wants to make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the, I got it here, meeting minutes from the August meeting.
I make a motion for the meeting minutes from August 12th be accepted as written.
Anybody second? All in favor? Aye. Okay, so passed. Before I call the first case, I also want to say, until further notice, meetings of the Appearance Commission will be held electronically with the majority of the members participating via remote access in order to comply with the State of Illinois gubernatorial disaster proclamation. Members of the public who wish to comment as to an item on the published agenda must submit their statement or question in writing to Carrie Habersteek at appearance@skokie.org. That's appearance@skokie.org, and all properly submitted statements or questions will be presented and read during the relevant portion of the meeting. Written comments may also be submitted by email to citizencomments@skokie.org or by mail to Village of Skokie, attention Nathan Kriska, Appearance Commission Liaison, 5127 Oakton Street, Skokie, Illinois, 60077, or via the Village's drop box no later than noon the day of the meeting, located by the public entry to the Village Hall. Okay, with that said, we're going to call the first case, case number 2020-036A at 4840 Fargo Avenue from Francia Hermes. That's a residential first floor addition. The staff comments are as follows. Staff has no objections with the overall design. Technical items to be addressed include a 5-foot setback of the detached garage from the alley, minimum 10 feet between buildings or a minimum of 3 feet between buildings with code-compliant drywall, a request for a minimum of 2 variations from the Zoning Board of Appeals, more than 40% of the total lot coverage by buildings, and more than 30% rear lot coverage by accessory buildings, and a real estate PIN consolidation. Who is, we're looking for Victor?
We're looking for Victor. It looks like he might have gotten disconnected. Because he was here earlier. So, I know a little bit about the case. I don't know if you want me to share that or
Yeah,
just wait and.
go it up and throw it on the screen,
Okay.
and let's see if he dives in.
Okay. So, not there. So this is a request for a 1-story addition to a tri-level home. They have a child with a disability, so the tri-level is making it a little difficult to navigate the house. So they're looking to basically put an addition on the back of the house to accommodate their child's needs, and also looking to build a detached garage in the back. So currently they just have the house, so they're looking to put an addition off the back and then a detached garage off the alley.
So and I saw the elevations previously, the elevations appear to look fine. He's going to go for zoning variances based on these setback issues?
Yes, there will be
Okay.
zoning board of appeals.
Right, but that's
This
fine,
would
so-
not be the final stop
Right,
for this
right, but
project.
for us, from an appearance standpoint, I don't know, does anybody have any comment one way or the other? I think you guys have seen it on the pre-screening. Mary Jane, Julie,
Anyone feel free to
Arshana.
unmute yourself if you want to make any comments. Okay.
I don't hear Mary Jane. I think she's
I
talking.
mean, you guys have to unmute yourselves.
Mary Jane, can you
Julia-
unmute yourself,
Julia, how do you
please?
look?
I just think it just consumes so much of the land. I don't have any problem with the design.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, that'll be for the zoning board of appeals. But,
Right.
But from the aesthetic and appearance, you're okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Mary Jane, you looked like you had some comment?
Oh, it's Mary Jane.
Ar-
Hold on one sec.
Arshana, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
That's good.
Why don't you,
Harry, can you unmute from your end of it?
There we go. Mary Jane?
Yeah,
are you
all
okay?
right. You want me to make a motion
Sure.
on 2020-031A?
Correct.
Okay, I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted to case number 2020-031A at 4840 Fargo, as presented.
Actually, just make a correction. That's 036A.
Yeah, it's 03, yeah,
Really? On my
Yeah,
sheet,
yeah.
it's zero.
yeah,
Yeah, it is 031A.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is 036A, just for the record, there was a typo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see.
No worries, no worries,
Okay,
you guys are correct,
yes.
you're looking at a different
Yes,
number.
on
One of my
staff report,
sheets
it
is
says 3-1.
031.
Yeah.
No comments from
Okay,
neighbors.
036A.
Okay, great. Anybody second?
Second,
All in favor? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed, so passed. All right, so when Victor comes on, you can tell him good news. Okay, we're gonna move to case 2020-037A at 4819 Main Street for Flawless Homes LLC. It's a second floor addition. This is a commercial use. The staff comments are, staff has no objections with the overall design. Technical items to be addressed include adjusting the front elevation to show the apartment entrance with a recessed landing that accommodates an outswinging door, coordinating the elevations with the floor plans, installing a sprinkler system, and ensuring the support post for the rear exit stairs is aligned with the parking space striping between spaces 4 and 5. This item is on the Wednesday, October 7th Zoning Board of Appeals agenda to allow 2 of the site's parking spaces to be less than 18 feet in depth. And is somebody from Flawless Homes on?
Yes, Simon and Aaron.
Are they there?
Hello,
Okay,
Simon here.
raise your right hand, I gotta swear you in. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Great, thank you. Let's take a look at it.
So it's my pleasure to present you with this.
You're gonna need, to- if you're
Second
talking, you need to get into your mic a little bit,
Can you hear me now?
very faintly.
A little more?
Go, why don't you just go right to the elevator, or did you wanna kind of present it?
Well,
Carrie.
it presents itself. If you can hear me, I'll continue. If not, then I'll just answer questions if you have any questions.
We can hear you, you just need to
I
speak up a
can hear
little bit.
you.
I can hear you.
Okay, maybe it's in here.
Okay.
It could be in the room here.
So it's my pleasure to present you with our second floor addition to our commercial office that we have over at 4819 Main Street. We've been there for approximately 3 years, and we are trying to add this second floor residential addition to the currently CX zoned corridor on Main, which would align with the other neighbors that are attached to us that also have second floor apartments. And we believe that it's a unique structure that would continue the facade in the front, and then also be a good addition for the rest of the area for well-needed residential habitation.
Sure, and I think we've all kind of pre-seen it, and you're gonna match all the existing materials. Did you understand some of the technical, or some of the other issues that were in the staff report? You know, the entrance with the outswinging door for fire escape, or fire egress. There's a couple of elevations that needed to be coordinated with the floor plans. It's gonna require a sprinkler system, and working out the rear support post.
Correct, yeah, those are all gonna be, worked out with our architectural firm.
Sure, okay. That's fine. I just want to make sure you're aware of them, so. Any of the commissioners have any comment on this? It's all going to match existing. It's right on Main Street. It's not a big deal, so.
So this is existing.
Okay, if there's no comment and nobody has anything to say, does one of the commissioners want to make a motion?
Do you need the exceptions in this motion?
No,
I'm sorry?
no.
No.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay, I make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case 2020-037A at 4819 Main Street as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Second.
Any opposed? No opposed, so passed. All right, thank you very much. Good luck with your project, sir.
Thank you so much.
Aye.
Great.
Bye-bye.
We are now going to case 2020-035A at 3938 Dempster Street. This is Grecian Kitchen. I will read the staff comments. This is a commercial facade and signage project. Staff has no objections with the overall concept. However, it is recommended that the covered outdoor dining parapet be thicker to coordinate with the existing building with larger coordinating columns, and that the signs be located within the parapet area instead of hanging below. The signs must face the street and the parking lot per the sign code. So why don't you kind of give us a briefing on what you're talking about, Carrie?
Okay.
Or what the Community Development Department is talking about there.
So the proposal is a thinner canopy between the building and Dempster, which is over here. And we're suggesting that it be more, that it be designed so it looks more like it's an extension of the facade element here. And then providing.
You mean raised, or just the same element is what that is?
At least thicker, if not like basically extending the element that's already
Okay.
here. And then having coordinating columns to go with. The signs as shown on the west and east elevations, those signs should be relocated so they're code compliant within this thicker band that's suggested in the design. And then the sign code allows a sign to be facing the street. So this is the Dempster elevation here. So to be code compliant, have a sign on this facade, and then since there's the sign, the east elevation's facing a parking lot, they could have a sign in that parapet extension as well.
But not, it's not allowed on the west elevation?
Not on the west elevation.
Okay.
There's like a little walkway, but it's not a parking lot per se.
I'm sorry, is the person from Grecian Kitchen on the line? Because I got to swear you in if you're the only representative.
Yes, it's me.
Okay, can you raise your right hand? And do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Great, thank you. So it's kind of hard for me to read on the screen from here.
I could zoom in.
Did you understand, have you been in discussion with the village staff about what some of these comments are yet, or no? Or is this the first you're hearing of it?
First, I'm hearing about it.
Okay, so,
So is this just a covered patio?
Yes.
Okay.
so,
Yeah, it's just going to have a little canopy type over it.
right. So, I can't tell what the material is there.
Yeah, what is above it? I mean, is it fabric? Is it, mason?
No, I think it's going to be a little bit more, I guess, a little bit more structural. It's going to actually have like almost like a, I mean, I'm not sure what it's not fabric, but it is more covered, where it's almost like a roof,
Right. Do you,
for that area.
The roof,
So-
like it's a,
and sir, can you see the drawing that we have blown up on the screen right there?
Yes,
So, and your existing building where the number 2 is pointing to that note?
okay.
Right over here.
Oh,
Right up there. So what they're trying to say is, and I don't disagree with, is they're looking for a construction of this portico, for lack of a better,
like a parapet
Yeah,
wall, parapet all the way around.
that's similar to what you already have in your building. So, and also, I don't understand, when I look at the front elevation, so I don't see that radius on this section view. You follow what I'm saying? It should
Yeah.
be right where your thing is. All right, so that is there, it's just that whoever drew this up missed it, right? So,
Okay.
I guess it's just gonna be,
is it an outdoor eating area?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it will be.
Understand.
so that there's that. I mean, the problem is, I think that your person drew this in so dark, and if it was going to be black, I don't know that that's color harmonious, other than the fact that your designer says it's to be, color is by the owner's color coordinator. That could be you,
Right.
for all I know.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be black.
I know, but we don't even know what it is. It just says it's metal.
Right.
So, and I, although I frequent your establishment quite a bit, mostly,
Thank you.
mostly by, and also delivery, I can't for the life of me remember what the material is up on the top of your existing building.
So Mike,
Yeah,
it is, was done some years back and it is Dryvit.
It is private, yes.
Yeah, and it's, but basically, we just want to widen it's a metal structure. I think I saw it on the architectural, but not on this set over here. We would like to just make it thicker so it be between the crown and the base there. And then we could move the signage right to be on that wider band.
I think
is
we
what
would all
like
be
to
totally
see.
fine with that. Also, if it,
Oh.
if it was a color that was similar to the Dryvit.
Okay.
That's gonna limit what your architect has written there. You darn near have your whole menu on that sign, but,
Well, it will at least give him the name.
Right.
Were you still planning on keeping your pole or ground sign that you had?
I don't believe we're going to keep it. I think it's going to get replaced, because I think the way the canopy or the structure is going to be coming out is going to be in the way of the pole.
Carrie, was there a site plan that showed, oh, here. First of all, go back 1 second. So it is a permanent metal structure, as you could see, Mike,
yeah,
with metal decking. So the sides could be widened to make it line up with the
right,
crown.
right. I
It's
got
not
you.
really touching the building, so it could be widened to be between the crown and the base of that Dryvit facade. So it can accommodate for sure the name of the business. But I think in the site plan, Carrie, was the site plan showing the sign again or not? Did it? Maybe not.
It's over here somewhere.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst pole sign in the village is one lot to the west of them on that bank. It could be the most dangerous sign we have in the village, but this pole sign is very, it looks like they're not even planning on having it, according to
Yeah,
this plan.
the thought is to replace it with the signs that are on the building, but
Yes.
it really wouldn't be legal signs because they should be on the 1/3 of the facade of the building. So they're non-compliant. They're signs that would not comply with code anyways. But if they put the Grecian kitchen on the wide band, they would be in compliance without all the other items, you know,
Right.
as you said, the menu items.
So I would be inclined to say this, or here's my comment to the other commissioners as well, is if we go with that structure, let's say, we'll get to the columns here shortly in my description, and we get it, you say thicker, but, you know, that whole expanse that Carrie's showing right there, make it similar to what we've got going on in the middle there. And then if he's going to take down the pole sign, I would be okay with him, my comment would be, I'd be okay with him getting signage on all three faces of it versus just two, since he's losing his pole sign. And,
But not necessarily all the words that are on there.
Correct. I should say, let me restate that to be a compliant sign on all three sides. And then I think the columns, I think your architect or your designer here probably did a little disservice to you here because that looks a little plain. So I would do something a little different there, and I would let the staff coordinate that to give yourself a little more pop, if you understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it could be really cute.
Mike, are you saying to kind of beef up the columns so they look more
Well,
aesthetic?
yeah, and I don't know why I don't know why they're so tight together either, but it is what it is, or you know what I mean? So, but
I think you
again,
kind of blend it with the patio that's below
be.
it. I
Could be,
think the
but-
side, it clears the sidewalk and the planter, if I'm correct about it.
right, but under that direction, I personally would be okay with him working out those final details with the building department staff.
Okay.
Does Mary Jane and Julie and
I
Sean,
totally agree with that.
Jay, do you guys agree with all
I
that?
need a little bit more body,
Right. So Julie,
substance.
Julie, do you have enough of a guidance on what I just said to kind of make a motion on that? And let me ask the owner, are you okay, sir, with those comments that I just made?
Yes. Yeah, I'm okay. I think I have enough information. I could go back.
Right,
And,
but I would say you go back and comment, or have your guy comment, or, call Nathan in the building department, and so you don't waste a lot of time, and they can coordinate it themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on, or Carrie, I'm sorry.
Just one point of clarification.
Yes.
For the sign on the west elevation, that would require zoning board of appeals
Right,
process, so,
So, sir, just so you're
Actually,
aware
this
that,
is going to
although
plan.
we're gonna say we're okay with that on the, a sign that faces west, that would still have to go to another approval since it's a sign code issue.
actually, it's a
Okay?
plan commission, so they would ask
Whatever.
for relief from the plan commission.
It has to go to another step. We're gonna say it's okay, but somebody else also has to say it's okay, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right? So
right.
Julie, do you have enough to go on that?
I need a number, address.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's case, you got it?
I make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case 2020-035A at 3938 Dempster Street with the provision that I'm going to call it like a soffit band that carries
Fascia.
the harmony between the existing building and the new patio roofing, whatever you want to call it, with larger, more substantial columns or something, giving it a little bit more substance. And then the details to be worked out with the plan commission and the building department, I guess.
Anybody second?
Second,
All in favor?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Any opposed? No
Aye.
opposed? So passed. All right, thank you very much, sir. Good luck and
Thank you, everybody.
many happy
Good
years
luck.
ahead.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, we're gonna move on to case 2020-038A at 4905 Old Orchard Shopping Center. It's for Electrify America. It's commercial electrical vehicle charging station. Is Jared Roberts on?
Jared?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me loud and clear?
I can. Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, I'm going to read the village's comments. Staff would prefer this facility to be located away from Skokie Boulevard to maximize the visibility of the shopping center's tenants by the traveling public. However, the proposed emerald arborvitae screening will complement the existing nearby landscaping. So let's move on to the drawing.
Oh,
Here, we'll go here.
Julie, this, or Mary Jane, this is where you shine.
okay, okay.
What do you
But
think
could
about,
I see the other plan view
what
with
do
the
you think about
arborvitae?
emerald arborvitae?
So the location is closer to the, close to the Old Orchard and Skokie Boulevard intersection, just for location, since it's Old Orchard.
And there
Shopping Center.
already are arborvitae there, I think.
Yes.
I mean, these,
Okay.
they will be adding more to it.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be nice.
Yeah, these are existing, and then these are proposed. And I can zoom in a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds good to me.
How many stalls? How many charging ports, or what do you call them?
Looks like 4.
So
it's
let
more,
me ask you,
here-
sir, Jared, all that
Second.
stuff, all that stuff within the arborvitae, what is that there? That equipment?
So the area that's being screened, so these, I guess some background on the chargers, they are like the next generation, like fast charging station. So it needs some more up-to-date charging equipment. So we've got a switchgear, and then we've got the power, I guess, units for each of the dispensers that are screened. So that's what's within that.
Okay, so it's electrical equipment similar to electrical transformers and stuff that would normally be screened, right? And then,
Correct,
and
yes,
then
sir.
and so and now go to the left, Joel, or Carrie, so I can see. So, and then that electrical work goes underground to these charging stations where people will pull in the parking spots and get juiced up.
Yes, sir, correct.
Okay, great. That's all I wanted to know.
What is on the other side, where the arborvitae are,
That'd be
what's
west.
next to that?
You mean north?
No, all the way over.
This?
Yes, yes. Oh, I see.
That, yep, that is our electrical transformer that all of the power equipment will tie into, and then from there, ComEd will be coordinating tying into their infrastructure.
Okay, and then to the right of that, you can faintly see 4 circles on a diagonal.
Those are
What is that?
those are existing trees.
Oh,
Existing
okay.
arborvitae.
So that, that vault there with 2 swinging doors on it, I mean, that's what it is. It's, how tall is that structure?
So that one is that's going to be the transformer. If I remember, I think it's approximately 3 feet tall. Yep, something in that area.
Oh, that helps to see the elevation.
Yeah, this is a pretty good view.
Right, so
Yeah.
why aren't we screening that?
Yeah. It's protected from cars bashing it, but
Well, I
everybody
mean,
can,
why aren't we running the arborvitae all the way across that?
yeah.
I don't think ComEd would allow it, but that's something we could check with ComEd.
Yeah, this is Bryce Christensen with Kimley Horn. I work with Jared. ComEd has requirements and clearance from landscaping, so we're actually abiding by some of their standards in their green book.
Can we go back to the plan?
Yes. I remember which way we went.
Right there, so,
Wait, are you suggesting to put arborvitae all the way across?
Oh, they
no, not necessarily on the shopping center side.
Yeah.
I don't care about them. I care about the general public side. So I guess my view would be then move the transformer away from Old Orchard Road to give them their clearance. You know what I'm saying?
Mike, I think you exiting from the parking structure at that point. Carrie, do we,
Parking
isn't the
structure.
parking structure almost there?
No, this is,
That's
Mine-
farther
No,
north.
an entrance is
Or
right.
the
over
driveway
to the
is
right.
there, or something is there.
now you gotta go back
Why
to the
not?
main plan, because maybe I'm in the wrong spot of them all. I was imagining this was up at.
East
Skokie
is on the
Boulevard.
bottom of the
This
screen,
is
correct?
Skokie Boulevard and Old Orchard Road.
Oops, went too far.
There's
So it's
no
right
parking.
here.
Yeah,
So
so there's
this is
no
Old
parking
Orchard.
structure there.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
driveway.
it's farther down though. That's
Oh, okay.
farther down.
West elevation.
Nathan,
east
see where it's
elevation.
at?
Oh, that's the wrong,
I don't think it's that far up, Carrie, is it?
Yeah, that's it.
How farther down is the
That's what
structure?
their drawing is telling us. It's pointing right to the
Yeah,
site.
yeah, I see it, I
Yeah.
see it.
So I would like to see that, I don't want to see, you know, I'm surprised Westfield wants to see, that.
There we go. They're looking to locate
Oh.
it here.
oh, that gives you a good idea.
Right. But you're gonna, you know, that's more like
On
traffic signal boxes and stuff like that, which is the state. But when we're when we're gonna drop in a big transformer out there,
That's
I would
farther
think
up
we
though.
wanna move it away from whatever the clearance is and screen it. You know, if I'm a restaurant owner there, I don't even wanna see the whole row of Arborvitae anyway, cause it's blocking my view, but that's between the mall and their leasees. Right.
Yeah, but
So-
we're talking about this charging station farther north than what we're looking at.
That's the corner I thought of. So let's go back to the plan. I'd rather see you guys shift the transformer south so you can run the 6 or 7 more arbs in front of it to screen it. Or how much?
South or west?
So, shifting it west would take it, this is,
Into
Skokie Boulevard up here.
Oh, that's,
So north is left on this drawing.
Oh, wait a minute, okay.
shift it in whatever direction it is that you can run that top row of arbs across it to screen it.
Okay.
Is that something that you guys can do, Jared and other person?
And
Yeah,
plus-
Bryce Christensen.
It shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, it's not like they have to shift anything else. They just run the underground conduits on an angle.
Right. I will definitely verify that. I know that ComEd can have some standards in terms of how far those bollards that we see need to be away from the transformer. That would be the only thing I would see. If anything else, we could look at species that could fit outside of their clearance zone along that sidewalk as well, if that would be acceptable.
Sure. And am I wrong in saying that north of this plan is Old Orchard Road and to the right on the plan is Skokie Boulevard? That's correct? Or?
Correct.
Skokie,
Okay.
yeah.
So then we want the transformer shifted south.
This is Skokie Boulevard
Oh,
and
that's-
Old Orchard is way over
Not a
here.
court.
Yeah. So this
Correct.
is, north is.
The bottom of the page
Back
is
to the
west,
original
Mike. The bottom of the page is west.
This
right?
would be an example of north is up.
And this
The
is
transformer
facing
here.
Old Orchard Road,
So
right?
This is facing Skokie Boulevard.
Boulevard,
Oh, Skokie Boulevard.
Yes.
east side of the parking lot. Toward the north.
So it's right here. So the transformer's about right here, and then the parking spaces are
Right
here.
off of the driveway.
Correct.
Yeah.
There's a drive out. too.
Oh, okay.
See, on that site plan, Nathan, you're right. That where they're pointing at the site is the wrong spot. Well, it's confusing because you make it looks like it's up at the top, but it's at the bottom of that area right there. Okay.
It's about right here.
All right, cool.
So it's
actually-
right on the corner of Old Orchard Road and Skokie Boulevard.
No, it's
Yeah.
Skokie Boulevard and the first entrance into the mall.
Yeah,
As you're
okay.
Yeah.
going south, yeah.
So then you
That's a pretty nondescript area anyway,
it's more
generally.
nondescript than if it's where I thought it was, which I thought was at the top of the parking lot.
Yeah.
Carrie, where's the fence that we were thinking that they can match the mall sign fence? Is that part of this?
It's not in the report, but I can.
Correct. I believe in our coordination, the landscape screening that we were showing was going to be an alternative to showing fencing.
So we like the way the sign, the Westfield sign is. We thought maybe you can match the slats of the Westfield sign facing Skokie Boulevard. Oh, there we go.
We're getting there.
Yeah, see,
So
that's
if
the corner,
ComEd
that's the
doesn't-
corner I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
Something
ComEd
kinda like
doesn't
that
support
material.
as many
Yeah.
trees
Right.
as
Yeah,
possible
so
next to that
that's-
transformer, we
They've
could
got
have
they've
something
got a
like that.
slat wood background to the sign, is that what you're saying?
And
Matt?
that
Yeah,
To
perimeter,
borrow from that.
looks really nice.
yeah, to me, that would be totally fine to screen in the, transformer with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you guys agree?
Yes.
So we won't be able to screen the transformer because of ComEd requirements, but we could screen in the equipment pad where the switchgear and the power units are, if that's the board's desire, in lieu of the landscaping, if that makes sense.
We were just interested on the Skokie Boulevard, so you don't see the back of the transformer as much. That was
Just the one side.
well, that's some
Yeah.
of our thoughts, yeah.
Like just have that slatted,
Right,
if the trees can't be planted, that
yeah,
that
right there,
slatted,
and a slight return, you know, maybe a couple feet return, just to get you, you know.
maybe from like here to
Yeah.
here.
Is
Okay,
there-
so,
Is the dotted line, you think the ComEd lines of saying the clearance for around the transformer, is that what that's supposed to indicate?
Correct. Yep. That's their clearance zone.
well,
so you could.
how big is that? Do you know approximately how many feet? How wide it is?
ComEd has guidelines based on where the doors are, and that's why the front needs more clearance. Carrie, did we ever find out what those V shape, is that like a highway bumper or something, by the front? Yeah, those.
These?
What is that symbol?
Those are just indicating the kind of curb and gutter that would be installed there, basically to make sure drainage comes away from the electrical equipment.
I thought it might have been like one of those highway bumpers. I
Yeah.
just want to make sure that's not what it was.
No, sir.
And do you think, would it be possible that they could put a row of smaller evergreen plants in the narrow bed to the north of the transformer?
Like right here.
I definitely think that's a possibility. We would need to check with and make sure that we're not interfering with any of those electric lines in that spot, but
Right.
So, I mean, we can do the what ifs all night long, so I think what I'm hearing is, we're okay with it. We want to see something that hides the transformer from Skokie Boulevard. So whether
Right.
we're gonna give you the latitude to landscape it, or to screen it with a similar looking screen material was on that Westfield sign. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that works.
Right, and
Perfect.
Jared and Bryce, that gives you some homework to do, but you can probably get that achieved, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, with that said, Mary Jane, why don't you make a motion?
Okay, I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted to case number 2020-038A at 4905 Old Orchard Shopping Center. As presented,
With additional screening.
with additional screening around the transformer.
Second.
To be approved by staff.
Second.
I got seconded, who's in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed, so passed. Okay, Jared and Bryce, thank you very much for your cooperation. And
Thank you very much.
Perfect. We appreciate it. Have a good one.
Great, you too.
Thank you.
And for the record, case
Yeah.
2020-016A at 7135 Carpenter Road is deferring the request for at least until the next meeting. And at 8:13, meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night.
Good night.